I'm David Lampel, and I'm thrilled to have been invited to participate in the upcoming Juneteenth festival in Henderson with some of my diorama and collage art. When the committee first invited local artists to come up with things and artwork to contribute to their Juneteenth celebration, my mind kind of went back to the first time I heard about Henderson.
In your car.
My kids used to watch television all day, and they would run around the house talking about this guy who sells cars on TV, and he would always end up his little spiel with,
In Henderson, of course.
but a full 13 years before Henderson was even a city, there was Carver Park.
In 1940, 3/4 of all black Americans lived in the southern states, mostly in the rural areas. The war brought a tremendous shift in population as hundreds of thousands of blacks left their homes and went looking for war work.
As America entered the Second World War in 1941, German and Japanese leaders believed that it would take years for the U.S. to produce enough war goods to pose a meaningful threat. This underestimation of U.S. industrial capacity ranks among the greatest blunders in military history. Within days of declaring war on the Axis powers, the U.S. launched an unprecedented mobilization for the war effort. The civilian economy virtually ground to a halt as resources were prioritized for military uses.
Basic magnesium was built in 1941, and it was to provide bullets, planes, munitions for the war effort. The thing that I found interesting is that at BMI, black folks and white folks worked together. However, at the end of the day, they went in separate directions. The homes that were built in Carver Park, they were pretty much temporary housing.
Such projects as these have become one of the obligations of good government. They are rented only to certified colored war workers and are equipped with auditoriums, playgrounds, and day nurseries to take care of the children while their parents are working in the war plants.
All of you probably heard of Nellis Air Force Base. It used to be part of the Army Air Corps. We had black families from that base who had nowhere else to go other than Carver Park.
Many black leaders hoped that once the war was over, sympathetic whites like Eleanor Roosevelt would lead the nation towards racial equality.
If you tear down all the buildings, then what's left other than putting a plaque saying it used to be here? But I think that Carver Park has a place. It deserves more reverence than it's actually getting.
There was life here before.
Henderson, of course.